All right, everyone, Farmer Cop here. We are going to do the top 10 mods of the week a little bit differently. One, as you can probably tell, I'm traveling, so I'm using my laptop. I'll probably put my face on there just to change it up a little bit since we're just going to be looking at it off the mod hub. We're not pulling any of this into the game, but we're going to take a look at a few things. So this last week would be the date, if I can blow it up real quick. I should have been more prepared. August 25th to today, August 29th when I'm recording this. So this will post tomorrow, the 30th. But yeah, we did get a couple of maps, which I haven't actually looked at any of these. So part of this is going to be, it's kind of the top 10 mods of the week, but we're also going to kind of just take a look at things as we see them. I was going to pull the top 10 mods off the mod hub and show you guys those, but there's a couple reasons I didn't do that. One, there was a lot of mods that did really good this week, so it would actually be really tough to come up with the top 10 mods of the week. I haven't done I don't like this, too many required mods. Haven't done a map tour of this one yet. That's actually kind of a nice layout. I like that, nice American layout there. The map looks really bright and beautiful, to be completely honest. Yeah, it looks quite nice. Okay, so that's a good one. Oh, interesting. It kind of looks like an American setup, but it is not. That looks like that's going to be Brazilian or Argentina. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that checks out. I guess I should have read that. It makes sense. Wernaloo Farm. This one had a little bit higher rating. Only a couple required mods. That's nice. This one's by who? MS Modding. I mean, that looks nice there. It looks like a UK-based map. Definitely UK-based map. A little dark for my taste, but that one looks pretty bright and nice. Okay. All right. I'm not against this one. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice, so I'm good with that. Okay, let's go back here. So yeah, I think out of looking through it, we got a John Deere 9RX by Hispano. So Hispano kind of just takes stuff and changes it a little bit. What's different about this one? That seems fast for a quad track or a 9RX or any of this stuff, so that might be part of it, but anyhow, I don't know. Okay, that one did pretty good on the rating. Not very many people rated it, so that one wouldn't have normally made it into the top 10. I'm just kind of scanning. This is kind of also kind of behind the scenes how I take a look at things. I just kind of start and keep going. 4.9, this is an ECUS shed, so of course it's going to be very well done because anything ECUS or ICUS does is very well done, and that the shed looks, oh my gosh, that shed looks really good. That's a beautiful shed. I might have to put that shed on my Frankenmuth series. Oh, I didn't even notice this map. Daedalus, it looks like it's a 4X map, so it's PC Mac only. Let's take a look here. Holy no. Too many required mods. Layout's fine. Seems very grim and depressing. No offense to the modder, but I'm not super excited about that one. 4.4 to 74, no, none of those would have made it. This one could potentially, with that many ratings, 4.8, that one potentially could have made it. That one definitely is going to have made it. But so let's take a look at this one. This one looks kind of cool. Mac RD690. That looks sweet. That's a good looking setup right there. How much, what's the capacity? 16,000 liter for the trailer. The truck's also 16,000, which makes sense. But there's a ton of configuration options on that by Raleigh Christie one. That one looks pretty good. Tatra Phoenix pack. Not really rated high enough. The MacDon pickup header pack. Crop catcher option, color match frame. There's a lot of good stuff. Okay, that looks quite nice. A lot of good kind of options, I believe, looks like it for it. Looks like it's going to be a much more customizable kind of header there. BC Bueller Farms is really good stuff, so that one will be a good mod to check out. We have to go till page 6. 6 is the last page of mod, so we'll keep kind of trying to cook along here. Okay, so. And let me see, how's our recording looking so far? We're 4 minutes in, we're doing okay. 5 out of 5 stars is pretty good. 28 people having rated it. That one may or may not have made it into the top 10. And you got a lot of stuff like this that happens where it's 5 with 5 people having rated it, 5 out of 5 stars with 22 people having rated it. Just not enough people have rated it. I want to get, my goal is usually 50 people at least. I've been having to do like 30 to 40 people at least the past couple weeks because there hasn't been a lot of mods. This week though, that would not have been an issue. There was a lot of mods that got released and a lot of really highly rated ones, which I'll show you that here soon. We're going to get to that. Updates don't count. I don't even look at updates because they've been out before. So we're looking at how it did the first week out. The Tree Be Gone, that one would have made it. 4.9 with 64 people. That one definitely would have made it. I'm usually also looking for, in general, a minimum rating of 4.7 stars or 4.7 out of 5 stars. but I'll go down to 4.6 if I have to, but try to do at least 4.7, and I typically try to do only 4.8s and above if I can. But this one's going to just delete trees, which is going to be fantastic. So that explains why this one did so good, and all those weird trees that you want to get rid of, that's perfect. And it's an all platforms mod, which is sweet. So Tree Be Gone, that's always a good one. That one's been out before. Moving on to page 3 here. Got some forestry stuff by HR Forest and some other people. This one would be a tight one. This one this week, this one would not have made it this week because there's too many 5 out of 5 star mods, and I'll show you those in a second. But on a normal week, this one would have absolutely made it in. This John Deere 8R series by Dents, this one would have absolutely made it in on a normal week. See if my hotel internet will load. It'd be great. I'd love to take a look at it. There we go. It's a good looking tractor. I mean, it's just going to be a much more customizable one than the one we have in base game. So if you're a John Deere fan, I mean, that's kind of perfect for you. This Farmall, as much as I love this old Farmall, this one 4.6 with 70, it wouldn't have made it this week, and it would have only made it on a really rough week for mods. This one would have been pushing it. Could have potentially made it 4.8 with 52 people. By Hispano there. Again, Hispano takes stuff that we already have and usually makes it a little bit more unrealistic, adds some new features and things like that. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's mostly conversions. There's not a lot of, sorry, I'm kind of roasting Hispano there, I apologize. I have nothing against Hispano. He does good work. But yeah, let's see. None of those probably would have made it. See, 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5, but those didn't have enough people rating them. We almost had 2 kind of mod packs that are all separate mods, but they should have been in a pack. And those ones were just, the ratings blew my mind. Zottelzock does some crazy productions, which that looks pretty cool, but it didn't get a lot of attention. It's highly rated, but not enough attention for it. Same with this one right here, the Village Pack. I'm sure it's got some cool decorations in it. Page 4 here, nothing with that would have been in there. Realistic mulching, 5 out of 5 stars. Additional contracts, fill type extender. Those are updates there. That one's pretty good. And this one they did as all platforms. I thought it said Lizard on it. No, it said Zeter. Did it say Lizard on any of these? No, these are all Zeter. I'll say it shouldn't, because Zeter should be fine to be in the game. But those look nice. Those are nice old tractors there. So those would be perfect for some people. 4.8 Egertono. That's probably a good Chevy truck there. And that one's going to be, I'm assuming, yeah, PC Max. It has the Chevy brand on it. But oh, the Lizard Rumbler Van Pack. That was a good one from before, but not a lot of people gave it high ratings. So they might have a couple of bugs or something. Usually that's what that means, if it doesn't do too hot right off the bat. That one on a really bad week would have made it. On a really bad week. No, nothing too crazy in here. Let's move on to page 5 here. What are we looking at for time? I just want to make sure I don't have a 90-minute video here. Okay, we're about 8 minutes, so we'll probably be done about 10 to 12 minutes, which is right where I wanted to be. Superfly, good friend of the channel, does good work. That looks like a pretty sweet little garage. Wouldn't have made the top 10 though, unfortunately, just with the rating. Wooden Open Barn by Patty, that looks nice. Sometimes I see mods that I wish would have made the top 10 because I like them more than the other mods. And here's one of the things that should have been a pack. One of the things, this Vents Tudo pack by Vents Tudo and Connect Modding, 4.9, 153, that's a golden mod right there. Very well done. Super cool. And why I'm traveling, I was at the Farm Progress Show in Decatur, Illinois, and they actually had some Vents Tudo equipment there. They only had the header, like a header here. They had a corn header there, which this one would have made it to 5 out of 5 stars. So if it would have been like a Vents Tudo pack, that would have been a pretty good way to do it. 4.9 out of 5 stars for this planter here. Yeah, really good work on those ones by Connect Modding. And then Connect Modding also had a bunch of star equipment. 5 out of 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars with 100 people, 5 out of, yeah, look at all these ratings. Ridiculous. 4.9, 123, 4.9, 137, 5 out of 5, 127, 5 out of 5, 126. And then we have another pack, which this is just all Connect Modding. Connect Modding killed it this week. 5 out of 5 stars, 89. If I go to the next page, there's some more picking equipment or Python. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not even going to try. But what are these? Like, these are pretty cool. And now this one, I have some questions about these kind of ones in here. And that one too, maybe. Okay. Liquid fertilizer or herbicide. Okay, makes sense. It's just that one's a sprayer. That makes sense. Does this do lime as well? Fertilizer spreader. that looks like all fertilizer. So that one probably just does fertilizer. Be cool if it did both. This one, I think this one probably only does fertilizer as well. It'd be cool if those did lime. I wonder how wide this one is here. Decent price on it, 9.7 meters. Okay, it's not super wide, but does fertilizer at the same time. Okay, but yeah, you can see all the star stuff was great. If we go to the last page of mods for this week, again, 5 out of 5 stars, 99, 5 out of 5, 104, 5 out of 5, 86, 5 out of 5, 92, 5 out of 5, 90. That Farm All should have done better. That's a pretty good one there. Connect Modding, I'm surprised it didn't actually. 4.8, 27. I mean, Connect Modding released a ton of stuff, and that's it. These are mods from last week and earlier. But yeah, Connect Modding absolutely killed it this last week. But I mean, let's take a look at this harvester, because I like the harvester here. Like good case harvester, 250,000 to buy this, the harvester itself. That's not a bad deal. I'm also wearing my Fendt hat because Fendt was the one that invited us out to the Farm Progress Show, and we got to drive some equipment and stuff. You'll see some videos and all that next week. I'm hoping after I record this, I'll have some time tonight in my hotel to do a little bit of editing, stuff like that. I fly out tomorrow to head home, and then I'm home for 3 days, and then I fly back to Chicago actually for another event. So, but anyhow, yeah, I think that's what I got. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos we may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.